Hello and welcome to Watching Movies Late at Night, where tonight we're going to be looking at the 1982 slasher film Pieces, where its poster bluntly states, "It's exactly what you think it is." No, it's not exactly what I think it is, because it's not an hour-and-a-half long advertisement for Reese's Pieces. That was actually E.T. The film starts in Boston, 1942, where we see that before the internet was invented, one way you could look at porn was through jigsaw puzzles. Wait, what?
Where did this filth come from? Answer me! Answer me!
I would answer if you just stopped slapping me!
Go get a plastic bag. I'm gonna burn everything.
Jesus Christ, lady, just because he has a jigsaw puzzle with a naked woman on it, that doesn't mean anything. Would you rather him playing Xbox Live all day screaming into his microphone? At least he's quiet about it. Until he finishes it.
Hurry up, stupid, and bring me a plastic bag to junk this stuff.
Nobody touches my Mad magazines. Unfortunately for the kid, the pizza guy's here, and he doesn't know how much it costs. It's already been 25 minutes. I need to stall for 5 more. I know just the thing. It's been 30 minutes now, so this pizza is free. The police then do arrive, and then it's the opening credits, where we see that the text was done through cake frosting. We also see that the music was done by Cam, so I guess that this movie was filmed on a guitar. We then see the reason why it's not recommended to study on grass.
Hey, you're gonna be long? If so, I'll move somewhere else.
Just a few minutes, miss.
Okay.
It's because of those damn lumberjacks that keep wearing their winter gear in the middle of June. Wait, that wasn't a tree. We then see the average conversation between college kids in the 80s.
They've just installed a waterbed in the training room.
Have you ever been laid on a waterbed? The most beautiful thing in the world is smoking pot and fucking on a waterbed at the same time.
Yep, definitely the 80s. And while high on the devil's lettuce, this girl decides to mess with this Vincent Price lookalike.
Here. Right here.
What was the joke? You made him do the sign of the cross? Is it because he's atheist or something? What was that? Wow, he actually did it. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Poor Willard, the gardener who found the body. Imagine, still haven't found the head. Wonder what the murderer wanted with it.
Have you even seen the prices of these latest fleshlights? So Professor Brown is being seen as a possible suspect for killing the girl. And I for one think it could be him. For wearing a turtleneck in 85-degree weather definitely is a sign of something. Afterwards, we're introduced to Willard, who gives the impression of a guy who really, really loves his chainsaw. Hell, you should have seen him at the family reunion in Texas. In the library, we see a little hookup happening between these two, but unfortunately this guy is just not interested. And he's supposed to be our protagonist. What a joke. How can this guy be the hero of the story if he's fucking littering? Of course, Darkman does work as the college security guard. And lifeguard too! Thank God for those summer classes at the Y. Willard then hears the noise happening here, but ultimately gets very angry that somebody touched his precious chainsaw. Who touched my chainsaw? Who?
I wonder what the hell he's doing with all the pieces that are missing.
That's what I mean. It's creepy.
Girls, you mean?
Yeah, of course. That's what he seems to be after.
Of course, this is an 80s slasher after all. We're then treated to the police going over the case so far, and trying to get more details about what happened. Which is boring. What else is happening on this campus? Oh shoot, when's dance class? Either this guy is an asthmatic, or he's doing a really good Darth Vader impression. Oh man, I knew I was late to dance class. The killer then follows this girl for like 5 minutes or so, and just how far is the bathroom in this place? Anyways, we see nothing, just leads to a jump scare.
Hey, my God, what happened?
What a relief.
Well, that was totally fun. Now, our main character Kendall then is assigned his own personal tennis coach. Cool? Yeah, honestly, at this midpoint in the movie, it just sort of keeps running on, and it even includes a tennis match, because why not? Interesting fact, none of the actresses actually knew how to play tennis for this film. So prior to shooting this scene, the director actually handed them a copy of Wii Sports for them to actually learn how to play tennis, and within 40 minutes, they were actually able to shoot the scene well. What do you know, right? But now it's back to the dance class, and this girl just wanted to practice by herself until Darkman comes in. Sorry to tell you, young lady, but nobody is allowed here after 7 p.m. I'm starting to believe that this guy's not part of school security. Kendall and some of the cops go to the elevator and eventually see the body, but this one particular cop just couldn't hold his lunch. I hope he doesn't see the ending to Sleepaway Camp. You know, you'd think a policeman would be less likely to react to dead bodies in that way, but I guess Kendall over here has seen Friday the 13th enough times to be desensitized. And I say Friday the 13th specifically because we see it right there in his bedroom. Also, thanks for the ass shot, we really needed that. Oh yeah, remember that dialogue earlier in the film about fucking on a waterbed?
Have you ever been laid on a waterbed?
Yeah, well, we actually see it. Now that's not hot at all. Also, I'm surprised that his knife was even able to cut through her skin, seeing how it actually bounces off the back of her head for a second in this one shot. Immersion's broken. I guess this film sucks now. The following day, we see this girl practice some tennis until the mall music from the original Dawn of the Dead shows up. And I don't know why she's so fed up about it. This soundtrack kicks ass. And even the killer agrees with me, since he's obviously killing her because she prefers the remake over the original. And that is clearly grounds for murder. Afterwards, Kendall finds the body and his tennis coach does not take it lightly.
The lousy bastard was in there killing her! Bastard!
Then we see...
Bastard!
Bastard! Okay then! And then we see the dire straits of the police investigation. Time is running out, so they get Kendall to help out combing through the records to find any possible leads. In the meantime, Kendall's coach goes to see the dean and he prepares some drinks.
I'll put a little in for you.
I think you're putting way more than just a little over there, Dean. Back at the investigation, I suddenly now want to eat some Wendy's. The police then figure out that it was the dean that was the killer all along.
The dean's the one.
Wendy's. Not just different, just crime-solvingly different. Ad paid for by Wendy's Incorporated, LLC, copyright 2018. Wait just a moment. This means... Norman got a pretty sweet gig after that whole motel fiasco. The police better hurry fast. Bateman is about to kill Paul Allen. No worries, everyone. The police are fully equipped with a badass synth-pop soundtrack to accompany them. So the police and Kendall finally arrive at the dean's place to find the woman there drugged, but not finding the dean himself. How did he make such a cunning escape? Through a trap door? Maybe he broke in a window and escaped through that? Or maybe it was actually...
Now the other foot.
You're doing all right. That's it. Pretty soon.
A curtain. He was just hiding behind a curtain. What the fuck? After a brief struggle with Kendall, the dean is dead as fuck. He just got shot in the fucking face. And he will be cemented in horror movie history by being the killer of a movie with a funny poster tagline. Congratulations. So, what was the dean hiding all along in his house? Taking the whole sex doll concept a bit too far there, Dean. Also, I'm fairly certain that's gonna leave a mark. And that was Pieces. More like a piece of shit. Pieces is a typical slasher of the era, but at least it was watchable for the most part. As a Spanish film that was dubbed English, it was obvious as shit, but it wasn't anything that too distracting. Also, I'd like to note that while the trailer says,
"And you don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre,"
I think it's a bit too late. After all, I've already been living here for the past few years. Either way, it wasn't that bad of a movie. It's harmless, and I can actually totally see why there's a bit of cult appreciation for the film. It has its moments, and it has a certain charm to it too, so I can see why people might have likened it a lot.
So, we've been watching movies late at night and up to see you guys at dawn. Now, excuse me, for I have to go chop down some trees.
Hey. So I'm slayed by a withering look. Gives a shit.